Vector addition. Now let us take two examples. Let us consider vector A and B are to be added. So how can we add these two vectors? So there are several methods. First of all, we will talk about head to tail rule. This is the most commonly used method, and the students are very much known about this method, that is head to tail rule. So if the vector A is represented like this, that is vector A is placed in a plane in this direction, and there is another vector which is vector B, and that vector is placed like this. It has its own direction. So we are asked to add these two vectors, and as I have said earlier, these two vectors can be added by head to tail rule. So what does mean by this? When we say that head to tail means we have to place the given vectors according to their given direction. So if we are asked that we have to add the vectors like A plus B. So if we take this order, then the resultant will be R. But how we will place these vectors by head to tail rule? So we will take the vector A, because in this expression, in this question, we are asked to add A with B. So place the vector A according to its given direction, and that means we have to place vector A in a given direction, and that is this one. So what was the direction of vector B? So keep in mind the statement that is head to tail. So we have to start the vector A from the head of the first vector, which is A. It means we have to connect vector B's tail and move forward in its given direction. So this is vector B. Now the final step in this addition, in this process, that is head to tail rule, is that we have to connect the tail of the first vector with the head of the last vector, and that is in summary the whole head to tail rule and its basic concept, that the given vector should be placed according to their given orientations. And like in this case, we were given the vectors A and B, their directions were like this, and just we have placed these vectors A in the given direction, and B we have started it from the head of the first vector A, and we just draw it according to its given direction. So now we have to connect the tail of first vector with the head of last vector, and this line, which is obtained by connecting the tail of first vector with the head of the last vector, which is B, this is called the resultant line. Because we are adding the vector A and B, so we will say that it is also a vector, that resultant is also a vector. So according to this addition, we will obtain A plus B. And the last question that you may ask, that what will be the direction of this resultant vector? This resultant vector's direction will be towards the head of the last vector. Whether we are adding 2 vectors, 3 vectors, or there are 10 vectors, 15 vectors, the last vector, the resultant vector, will have the direction towards the last vector which we have placed according to head to tail. So this is the basic principle, this basic method to add vectors, which is head to tail rule. This is also called as a triangular method or triangle method, because whenever we add two vectors according to head to tail rule, we will get a triangle. This triangle may be a right triangle, this may be isosceles triangle, whatever, but it will be a triangle. Final result will be in a triangle form. So, okay, let us consider some other points. I must say that the conditions for addition of vectors. And what are the conditions? Conditions of addition of vectors. What are the conditions? There are two conditions. That is, the first one is the quantities or the vectors which are being added must be both in vector form. Both should be vectors. It means we cannot add a scalar with a vector. So if we have taken these two vectors, it means these two vectors would have been displacements or velocities or forces, whatever, but these two vectors quantities must be vectors. That means B cannot be a scalar or A cannot be a scalar. So the other condition is that their nature should be same nature. So what does this mean? It means that the two vectors which are being added must be vectors, and the second one is same nature. So nature means that if we are adding two vectors, let us consider if you are asked to add force F with velocity V. This particular addition is not possible because force is another quantity and velocity is a different quantity. It is obvious that these are the vector quantities, but their nature is not same. Means we cannot add velocity and force, because force will have its own units and velocity its own units. So these two conditions must be fulfilled whenever we add two vectors. This means that this addition process, or when we add two vectors, the adding quantities which are being added must be of same nature, and they should be vectors. Okay, I think you got to this concept, that is vector addition. We will come with next video on vector additions, that is with parallelogram methods or some other addition problems, so that you can get some better knowledge of vector addition in vectors.